Welcome everybody to Mod Mania's guide on how to install Minecraft mods. Okay, there's so many ways to do it that we're gonna have to uh be a bit specific right here. We're gonna use fabric mods and we're gonna take the Modrinth route to make everything just a little bit easier and more dynamic. And this is the way I would recommend new modders to go. Okay, the first thing we're gonna need to do is open your Minecraft launcher, right? You're going to have to load the version of Minecraft that you want to mod. Okay, say that I want to mod 1.21.11, the newest version in my case. So I'm gonna hit play, and I'm gonna wait for my Minecraft to load up. It's gonna download all the necessary files, and then we're gonna get into playing Minecraft. Only we're not actually gonna play anything or do anything because what we need right now is simply for the system to get the files, right? So once we have the files and the code ready, downloaded, then the modding can do it, right? It can work freely, but we need to have the files first, right? As you can see here, it's downloading what I just said, right? The necessary files to do the next few steps. Okay, so we're just gonna let this load. We're gonna let this open up, and this may take shorter time than me. This may take longer time than me. It depends. It's not really that big of a deal. You just have to make sure that it's fully downloaded before you do anything, right? You'll know it's working once, like you see here, once the game actually opens up. And once you're inside, you're just gonna quit the game. There's nothing more to it. Now you have the necessary files. Right. Step number one, if you can call that the first thing opening Minecraft, we'll call that step zero. So the first step is going to be opening up your browser and searching for the Java 21 files. Right, you're going to want to have the newest Java 21 files. So you're going to search for Java 21 download. Right, you're going to click on the link that says Java Downloads by the Oracle page. You're going to get in, and once you're inside, you're going to see a lot of things on the screen. You're going to scroll down here where it says JDK 25 or 21. You're going to click on 21 because that's the version Minecraft is in. And you're going to come over here to Windows, make sure it's Windows, and you're going to click on the Time64 installer, the download link, right? The compressed archive and the MSI, we're not going to care about that. You're going to go for the normal installer, right? Just dump it somewhere, for example, downloads, and it'll take a bit of time to, well, download. Then once it does, in fact, download, you see here it's taken almost a minute for me, but once it does download, you'll see it in your downloads or wherever you you see it right now. You can see Opera's logo because it hasn't finished downloading, but soon enough it should be done. And I can show you how the setup wizard handles this. Okay, so once it's finished downloading, you're gonna go into your files and you'll see it has the Java logo. Okay, you're gonna want to open up the installer. It will ask you for your admin pin because it's an admin software. And once you give it permissions and stuff, it will start to download Java, right? Here's the setup wizard. Welcome to the installation guide, right? It'll tell you where it's going to download it. Just don't touch that, I recommend. And then it'll start to remove old files, copy the new ones, and just simply do it. Like, even though you may have, I don't know, you might already have Java 21 in its newest version or whatever. Just make sure to renew this every once in a while. I already have it, but just doing it once every, I don't know, some time is really useful, especially if you're going to go into modding, right? Second step is going to be searching for the fabric download, okay? You may see that in the actual tutorial, in the Mod Mania page, I'm telling people to download um, the jar fix first. It doesn't really matter. Thing is, you're gonna run the jar fix after downloading fabric, right? So remember, you're gonna search for fabric download, then you're going to click on installation for Minecraft launcher. And here the big tempting button, download for Windows, you can ignore it and click the small download universal.jar below. It's going to be same old, dropping into downloads. This is going to be a lot of faster download. And here you can see for me it's really easy because once you check on it, it actually has Java's logo, so it's going to be open with Java. But for many of you, this won't be the case because your .jar files are not associated to Java. So what you're going to do is you're going to search for jarfix download on your search bar, and you're just going to click. This is the official page, but I feel like the Softonic one is easier to navigate. It's really simple. It's just the big free download button. You actually do click it this time. So as I said, just search for Jarface, click on the Softonic link, and click free download for Windows. Uh, just that big button there, you shouldn't press it. Just like you're gonna be, that's a problem. It's full of ads. It's kind of a problem, but you know how to navigate full of ad sites, right? Don't do anything weird. Just wait for everything and click the true free download, right? You may be a bit tempted. You'll do weird things. Don't get random antiviruses. Just get the jar fix itself. Um, so yeah. Once that's downloaded, you can just come in here and you're just gonna double click on the jar fix and you need to run it with an admin account, right? It's really important. You're gonna right click and you're gonna hit run as administrator. Again, you're gonna need the admin pin. Once that's in, you have been registered successfully. It's everything done. Boom, 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 boom. It's perfect. It doesn't actually have a setup wizard or anything like it because it's just done, right? Once that, you should see the Java logo. You're gonna double click on the Fabric installer, and you'll go on here. You have to click on the Minecraft version that you want to install, right? And once you do install it, sorry, don't, well, if you want to look for a specific snapshot, you can do that, but usually you're just going to go for the general version. You remember you're on client, and just go straight ahead. Create profile or not, this is really not a big deal, but okay. Click on install, and it's been successfully installed, right? That's done. Now you're finished with the setup, one could say, right? This is, your PC is ready to run mods. So now what you're gonna do is we're gonna download Modrinth, right? You're gonna look for Modrinth download because this just makes everything easier, right? Just click on the general Modrinth link and click get the Modrinth app because it makes everything so much easier, truly. It makes absolutely everything a lot easier in the modding world of Minecraft because you don't have to tamper with the files. You've got no fear of doing things wrong. Download the Modrinth app, okay? Download it and go through the setup wizard for this, right? I'm going to skip it. I'm going to not use the setup wizard. I'm going to eliminate that because I already have the Modrinth app, as you can see down here. But just go through the Modrinth setup wizard, and soon you'll be in here. You'll be in your Modrinth app. Okay, you can close the tab now. That doesn't matter. And you're going to be in the Modrinth app now. Okay, this makes everything so much easier. So now all the mods that you've found on Mod Mania that you really like, you simply search for them here and you can make yourself a pack. I have made myself a pack, a pretty large one. It's called Reborn Alliance, right? And it's got so many cool things. I'll share it with you guys on Mod Mania. And what you're gonna do is simply you're gonna make a new pack whenever you want, and you're just gonna create an instance, which is its name, right? And then you're gonna click on install content, and you're gonna add any interesting mods, right? Remember, if you're modding with Fabric, you will need the Fabric API, and I recommend like Sodium for compatibility and optimization, Iris shaders if you're gonna use shaders, Mod Menu to control your mods, and just so many really cool things that are really useful in many scenarios. Just download everything, right? The cool thing about Modrinth 2 is that if you download a mod that has dependencies, it will automatically download the dependencies for you, so that's really nice. And essentially, once you have your mod pack or instance, depending if you want to call it by the Modrinth name or the Mod Mania name, you're gonna have your little pack, right? And you're simply gonna hit play. It's really simple, right? And what this is going to do is it's going to take the files that your computer already has from when you first launched that Minecraft version, and Modrinth is compiling and like using these files to like essentially copy out and make an alternate version of your Minecraft game with the mods. So if you do anything weird here, you won't lose your other. You see that little asterisk? That's because this isn't the real Minecraft. You can see it's separate from the Minecraft launcher because this isn't your normal Minecraft, right? This is your modded Minecraft, and you're not tampering with Minecraft files. You've copied them over and you've done something really easy, okay? And now this looks so different, and yours probably won't look that different yet. This is because of resource packs. They're a huge part of making your entire game look a lot different. And you see here there's some that I've actually missed out. So you're gonna add all of your resource packs, but the order actually matters a lot, okay? The order is a huge part of, well, many things, because the order determines which resource packs are used, right? It's pretty important. It may not look like it, but it really is. I'm gonna give you a general gist of how the order works while I order my own one. Then we'll check that it all works, and it should, because it always works, right? And if you want to use my specific resource pack, you can go ahead and use the order that I'm going to talk through in a few seconds, because that's simply going to work, right? There's gonna be no problem with it. There should be no problem with it, at least, and it's going to work, right? It's going to work. First of all, we're gonna click on full screen to kind of get that fine. Right? Okay, so let's give a general grade to it. What's at the top is gonna override anything that's below. What's at the bottom is gonna be overridden by anything above. Okay. So generally, right, as a general rule of thumb, anything that is really general should go on the bottom, and anything that is really specific should go on the top to make sure that that specific detail is in fact changed. Right? For example, icons is a very general pack, so we're going to move it down by quite a bit. In fact, I don't know why it's so high up. And while this, I'm going to talk about fresh animations. Fresh animations is a resource pack, in fact, but it works with the help of mods to give you whatever you're actually looking for, okay? And the way this works is that to have the fresh animations work, you're just gonna need the resource pack in your resource pack list and the adjacent mods at there, right? You're just gonna need the mods existing, right? In my case, the mods that we use to make this work are EMF, ESF, and EDF, which is basically they give the resource pack permissions to change everything they want, okay? But there's a problem. Well, it's actually not a problem, it's a really simple solution. Some packs, like for example, Owls, Zombies Revamped, Skeletons Revamped, Spider Revamped, they have the little plus FA. What this means is that they have fresh animations compatibility. These new models can work with fresh animations, but to make them work, what you're going to need to do is make sure that the packs that have plus FA have to be above fresh animations, okay? And that's going to work that way because fresh animation is simply going to load normally, and then details and objects, right? These are modify FA, so they're going to have to be on top to alter that. And all of these owl packs are going to be on top to alter that. The illagers on top to alter that. Player animations on top. It's really repetitive. You get the gist. It's really simple. You just have to make sure. For example, another thing. with connectivity, you have the glass pane culling fix and the default connected textures. So just have the culling fix on top of the default connected textures, because you need the fix to be more important than the normal unfixed version, right? So just the more general something is, the more deep down it should be, and the more specific something is, the higher up it should be. But this isn't really so important because I don't have any general resource pack that changes everything. So as long as they're just kind of ordered in a way, for example, the lively turtle helmet is on top of the visual armor trims because it could alter with the way this works. And it's on top of Armored Legacy because Armored Legacy already has a turtle helmet, but I like this one more, so it's on top of that. So it replaces that, okay? And it's really simple, just if two things have the same texture, then put the one on top, the one that you want to keep. Right, it's not that complex. When you're done, click done. It might take a lot more time to load if you've added more resource packs and make bigger changes than I've just made. But then you should be done. You should be done, okay? You should have your resource packs correctly installed wherever. Okay? And here you go, right? I have cool icons, I have everything that I wanted. And then I'm gonna talk about the mod menu right here. The mod menu itself is a mod. Let me find it. The mod menu itself is a mod by terraformers, and it gives you a menu to alter and work with all of the other mods you have, right? Like here. So for example, with mod menu, I can alter how better F3 looks, right? And this way I can see how things I can change other mods through the mod menu mod, right? And this is just simply going to help me make sure I can customize my mods even further with the help of a mod, right? Which is also always great to have. Okay, so just make sure you make use of your mod menu if you have it, because it can help a lot in customizing things, right? It's just really useful. And finally, let's talk about Iris shaders, right? Iris is a client-side mod which works with your shaders, right? Your shaders are by default disabled, and the only way to customize your shaders is through the Iris mod, through this little mod right here, which we call Iris Shaders by CoderBot. This is the one you want to have. It's an open source shader mod, and it manages your shaders for you, right? I only have one shader installed, which is complementary, reimagined, and if I wanted to enable it, you just click on it, you hit apply, and then it'll take some time to load probably, and then you're done. Then you have shaders. I'm in the menu, so you don't really see it, but you have shaders now. And if you want to turn it off, you just go back in here, check on Iris, and just click disabled again, and that's it, right? And if you specifically need a shader pack that's not in your Modrinth pack, you can add it from you can just open up your shader pack folder and plop whichever one you need. This works the same for the resource packs. You can open the pack folder and add any other one that's not in Modrinth, but it's just a lot easier to directly do it from Modrinth. I recommend doing that. But this has been the full guide on how to mod your Minecraft game. I hope you've learned a lot, and now you can play on a whole different level the popular game that is known as Minecraft.